As of today, I definitely feel like the line has been drawn in the sand. Half of you guys feel like this is good for Jeannie, she inappropriate, and she fetishizes black men. And the other half of y'all in my comments basically feel like it's all Jeezy, he's a crazy Libra, and he's a habitual baby mama maker. All them comments had me so happy to be an Aquarius. I did not know Libras have such a bad reputation. But enough about that, I know what you're here for, let's get to the mess. The whispers around town is that Jeannie is heartbroken, she wants to save her marriage, she is devastated. Meanwhile, Jeezy still got them divorce papers on file and they got a hearing in a few weeks. Now the golden question is Jeezy gonna have to pay Jeannie alimony? Now if they lived here in Texas, the simple answer is no. But they live in Georgia and they got a whole different set of rules. Y'all, this is so wild. Georgia, unlike Texas, has no numerical time frame that you have to be married before you qualify for alimony. Like Texas is 10 years, Georgia is 10 minutes. Before everybody asks a bunch of questions in the comments about alimony in Texas, number 1 is called spousal maintenance here, and 2, I have a whole video about it. This is what I'm wearing. Go watch it when we finish. Now back to Georgia. Georgia has no minimum year requirement that you have to be married before you qualify for alimony. And also, there's no cap as to how much money you can receive. Here in Texas, we got both a minimum year requirement and a cap. Now y'all see what I'm saying when I say every state has its own law, every state is different? I'm from New Orleans. All I did was move next door to Texas and it's like 2 different countries. Although I am not licensed in Georgia, I can take my best professional guess and say it is not going to be easy for Jeannie to get alimony for a couple reasons. You've been married 5 minutes and you're both rich. I was still in the honeymoon stage 2 years into my marriage, so I don't know what was going on in that house. Now, they both have networks that are into the millions. Now, Jeezy's might be 2 to 3 times more than Jeannie's, but nonetheless, we are not talking about regular, everyday people with everyday income.
So, you all heard from the lawyer's perspective. You know, she is not, there is a high probability that she's not gonna get alimony. Why? Because she's rich. Jeannie Mai is rich, and another reason is they just got married. They've been married for 5 minutes. As she said, they're still in the honeymoon stage. It's just 2 years. They've been married for 2 years. And you know, from Jeannie's own mouth, she said once on her show that before someone gets divorced, before the couples get to the stage of divorce, they know when the divorce is coming. They know when the marriage has broken down irretrievably. They know when the marriage breaks down irretrievably. So in her case, from her own mouth, we know that she knew that Jeezy was going to put a divorce. She knew, but she didn't know that it was going to be so soon. Or it was a surprise. That's what she claims. But I think in my mind, deep down in my mind, I know that Jeannie knew that Jeezy was going to put a divorce. But she has been begging for quite a long time, you know. But Jeezy doesn't want to be there. He doesn't want to be there, you know. So, as the lawyer says, it's going to be a tough one for Jeezy and Jeannie in court. And we have seen that Jeannie has been quiet for a long time. She's been keeping her cool, keeping calm. And she came back online. She's been going to shows, talking nicely. But Jeezy has been to shows. It seems as if he's been controlling the narrative because they never asked him about his divorce. But for every interview Jeannie has been in, she has been probed about her divorce. You know, is it that she wants to talk about her divorce, or is it that Jeezy is controlling the narrative? Jeezy doesn't really want to talk about the divorce. He doesn't want to talk about it. Like seriously? He put on a facade that he was in love with this woman. He got married to her and they were on shows. They had a baby together and he put a divorce. He's going out and about. He doesn't want to talk about it. No one asked him any questions about the divorce. But Jeannie has been the one who has been taking the bullets. She's been going to shows and people are probing her. How are you doing? How about the divorce? And she's talking about it. So Jeannie is still begging Jeezy to take the divorce, to put a stop to the divorce. But Jeezy is not ready to put anything to put anything on hold. He is pushing it forward. And you know, Jeannie is never gonna back down. She's gonna draw blood. She's never gonna back down, you know. So let's take a look at another lawyer, because this lawyer is from Texas. So she's just like trying to see if the laws in Texas can be applied in Georgia. But let's take a look at a lawyer in Georgia who talks about the same case.